All right, almost 70 degrees, Seth. We're on TV now. You can't say that. Okay, let's go right to the kitchen, JC.
Oh, I didn't know. Seth's here today? Hey, good morning. I'm Jamie Cooper. Thank y'all for getting up with us. As you know, this is Athens in the AM, and it's Frank. His memory is intact this morning. Already reminding me, yes, today is Wednesday morning edition of the #1 rated morning show, celebrating now going into our 25th year, Seth. That's a long time. You was just a little one when I started.
Yeah, that's
we all were.
Y'all still do the country rovers too? Because we need to get you back on your little. We need to get you driving around.
Oh, I'm driving around, all right. You know what? You ain't the only one that asked me that, is you, Tom?
No.
Somebody asks me all the time. How come you don't do no more of them country rover stories?
I saw that old Jeep the other day, man. That thing is awesome.
Yeah, well, I got one out here now that looks kind of similar to it.
I know why you don't do it anymore.
Why? Okay, Zach. Here's Zach with an answer why I don't do the country
Because you
rover.
drive a Hummer and you can't afford to put gas in it. That's why you get something like I got.
We've had that car, you could get it cheaper.
Hold it. First of all, if you drive a Hummer, more than likely you can afford to put gas in it. But the main reason is, and I can't really afford to put gas in, but I don't get out of Athens, hardly. And
Well, there's
second
a
of all,
bunch of characters
you
in-
ain't going to catch me. What do you drive now?
Chevy Cruze.
You'll never catch me in a Chevy Cruze. Never. Yours ain't been recalled, has it? They've recalled all the others. What they recalled? About 8 million.
Hey.
They recalled more than they sold.
Well, what do you get, 4 miles to a gallon? I get 34 miles.
I get 12. Zach, is that something really to brag about?
Now. Hey,
How
you drive to Huntsville every day, you
How
got
do
to
you
need something.
expect, now that makes a little sense, but how do you expect to pick up women?
Well, I ain't trying to pick him up with the car because it definitely ain't.
You need to borrow Glory's car.
Get a Homer,
I
buddy.
didn't tell this. Said you know how you get an piece of exercise equipment. After a while, you don't use it and you just start throwing clothes on it.
Yeah.
Well, I looked out the other day. I looked out the other day in the garage where Gloria's BMW convertible sits. Whatever. In it. It was piled up with stuff, just laying in it. Top was down. You can't even drive it. Batteries charged and everything. Can't even get it out because I had to take 10, 20 minutes to unload it.
You are exaggerating.
No, I'm not.
Sounds like
When's
my
the last
entire
time you looked at it?
garage.
All you're doing is throwing stuff. Oh, by the way, this part of the show brought to you by Hometown Market, the kitchen as always. Today, the weekly specials come out in the Decatur Daily, the News Courier, over in Florence, through 5 locations. They bring you this portion of the kitchen. Go by there and shop. We go with the one across from the high school down on 31. Also got a pharmacy in there, too. Tell Billy, Cannon, and Monique we said hello and sent y'all down that way. Back to the car situation, Zach. If I let you take that Beamer. Now, it gets about 12 miles per gallon, too. And it uses the expensive gas.
I probably still couldn't get a woman.
Let me give a shout out to Doug Susky. Looking for a used automobile here in Athens, that's who you go see. I bet you ain't filled that thing up 3 times since we've had it.
Probably not.
Man,
Well, Zack
that sounds like that'd be something good to say, but I can't
So,
afford
Zach, you're
that.
saying the only reason I don't do the country over again, not to mention he probably can't find any of these people again, Frank.
What? The real question here is, what are you doing trying to pick up women to begin with?
I ain't, he is.
How's that going, Frank?
There you go.
All right. Speaking of women, we're going to talk about that in just a second. Zach, don't do anything yet, Brad. We're going to set this up. Zach, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
You're almost 51 years old.
Yeah, in a couple weeks.
Would you date an older woman? That's the question of the day, Tom said.
Yes, he would.
Yes, I'm 51.
Okay, you said yes. All right, that's all I need to know.
no.
Let's go to the weather. It's been, the day has been set up on this Wednesday morning edition of Cooper Company Live. I'm still looking for a name for my game show. Are we smarter than Jamie? That's always a no-brainer. I could use that. I thought about morning IQ.
Ah.
I'm very intelligent. Here's Gloria with the weather.
Sorry. All right, Zach, that was a good one. All right, just keep in mind,
Idiot.
he's got something up his sleeve. All right, almost 70 degrees, 68 degrees out there this morning, going to be yet another beautiful day. However, those possible isolated thunderstorms are up to 30% today. High temperatures of 91, low of 70. And tomorrow, that rain chance drops to 20% with your high temperatures of 90.
I got a story about football in a minute,
And
too.
partly cloudy skies, which will not be bad. And look at the weekend. We first originally thought it was going to rain on Saturday and Sunday. There still is a chance, so we'll know more tomorrow. But it looks like it'll carry on into Monday and Tuesday as well. Isolated showers. Don't do it.
Zach, the reason I didn't give you a lot of sports today, the courier wasn't out this morning.
Hey, and a whole lot out
Haven't
there.
you
There's not
Kind of
much going
dead
on in the
period
world
right
of
there.
sports.
Hey, we won in soccer, didn't we?
The reason I got this football, there was a guy, I forgot what state it was in, but a guy was trying to, his buddies were in prison. Still are. He is too now. They cut open a football. Brad, you got that? There it is. Detroit man. Okay, there you go. Put a cell phone and a bunch of cocaine and other drugs in the football. And then he's out there going to throw it over the fence to him. How'd that go, Frank? Well, he wasn't exactly a Johnny Football. It don't make it. It just falls barely. He had to get over like 2 or 3 fences. And when he threw it, it just got in between them. The only ones that could get to it were the guard.
All right.
So,
They checked it out thoroughly.
that's shaking your reflexes out there. Zach, what's shaking in your little world today?
Hey, I'm going to start off with, I'm going to take care of Brad, take care of a Cam Newton story right off the bat. You know how ESPN does the Make-A-Wish Foundation little stories once a year? Well, 6-year-old little boy from Houston who's been battling cancer and had a lot of surgeries. Apparently his wish was to meet Cam Newton. Well, Cam meets him apparently at they fly to Charlotte. Cam has had him made by Under Armour a pair of gold cleats from Under Armour.
Aww.
And they spend time together, and they'll be showing that next month on Make-A-Wish. So good job by Cam on that, for doing that for that little boy.
Good.
So there's my one Auburn story for the day.
All right, Zach, let's go to, you heard what Sporting News is doing, didn't you?
I hadn't seen it.
Sporting, I'm going to break the news to you right now, Zach. They've got Alabama coming out at number 2, Florida State 1, but they say we'll make the quarterfinals this year, playoffs first year. But, however, we will lose to Oklahoma again.
No, we won't.
And Oregon will beat Florida State in the national championship game. Zach, I can't believe you are not up on that.
We will not lose. This is it. We're coming back. New quarterback. We're ready.
No one's
We're
even
fired
seen
up. We
what
lost
our
them last 2
quarterback can
games.
do.
You think Nick Saban ain't fired up, ready to get to
I
the
don't know, is he?
You know he is.
All right, let's get back to
Oh, boy.
Get back to what we was talking about originally. When we came on this morning, I asked Zach, who's almost 51 years old, would he date an older woman? I mean, is there anything wrong with that?
I don't know. Would you date an older woman?
Would you date an older woman? They'd barely be alive, but I mean, they'd hang in there with you.
Frank's 99, so he's
No.
So Zach, you said yes. Zach, let me ask you this. Don't show it yet, Brad. When you do that, how much older would you consider out of your range, Zach? I mean, I just asked you. I'm
Ooh,
just
how much
curious.
is older?
Huh?
I don't know.
What would you say?
5, 6, 7 years. I don't know.
Okay, so around 60. That'd be my age.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, would I date an older woman? Probably not. But I don't need to because I got this one.
Yeah, okay.
But now, I've seen a lot of stories. I've seen a lot of stories, Seth, in my day.
So tactful.
You know, I'm very up to date on stuff. Here is a story. Now, this was out. This is in. Wait a minute, don't tell you yet, Brad. She's a cougar in town.
You think?
It's in the United States. She told them, what did I say it was? Pittsburgh.
Disgusting.
Did a live interview. She is 91.
That's little.
He is 31. 31 years old.
He's after her money.
Yeah, it really boils down to how much she's worth.
Yeah. But there is a catch.
Oh, be careful
There is
now.
a catch. There they are.
Oh, come on. 60, come on.
This is a true story. He dates other women. He prefers older women.
You think?
His mother is good looking. Now, Zach, she'd be one for you. She's only 51 years old.
Well, you got a picture of her?
She might be, but he's 31, she's 91, and yes, Zach, I know you're going to want to know, yes, they're doing it.
My neighbor's 28. His wife's 51.
Really? Yeah. You might And Tom,
60 years, wow.
Hey, at least it's a
Wouldn't you
boy and a
say?
girl.
Yeah, that's a good
you
thing.
got a neighbor that's
pretty
20-something and
good.
his
That's
wife's
pretty good.
50-something.
Yeah.
See, Zach, there is hope for you.
Always hope, Jamie. There's always hope.
You can never give up, Zach.
Oh,
Now, okay, so your range would be, so somebody 65 called you, hit on you, you'd say no.
I'd go younger now, but I don't know if I'd go that much.
Why?
For the same reason you
I'm going
say
to come
why.
out. I'm going to come out. Oh, so there's catching way up with you. So you wouldn't date. So this woman is 91 and she's dating a 31-year-old, but that wouldn't be your cup of tea.
I don't think I want to date somebody 60 years. No, that would.
No, you
that'd
don't
be.
think?
Now I say, you know what they always say? They say take your age in half and add 7 years. So that would put me around a 32, 33-year-old.
Zach, you guys might as well give up on that dream.
Well, that ain't gonna happen.
Huh?
So.
Let me tell y'all, all right, I'm going to come out of the closet on y'all on this.
Yeah, okay.
Do I have
This
to
right
do
here
this?
is the oldest woman I have ever slept with. I'm just saying.
There you go.
Well, now the only question is when did you start?
Nobody asked that. I'm just saying it finally caught up with me. Zach, what else you got this morning?
Alabama's in
Thanks to
talks
Gwen
maybe
for
with
asking that
Cincinnati of
question.
doing a home-and-home series. I kind of hope they do because I like to give Tubby a little payback from them Auburn days. So I like, there's all these Alabama fans that don't want him to play Cincinnati. I say bring it on. I'd love to play Tubby again. We owe him a little bit. Trey Matthews' aunt, Georgia player's father came out against Trey Matthews saying it was all his fault for getting kicked off the team. Well, his aunt
Well, they
has
should have
come
kicked
back
him
and
off the
fined-
team. Anybody didn't knock that ball
so
down
they're,
against Auburn last year and
so
cost us a
she's
national
defending
championship.
him,
Auburn
so
didn't kick off the team.
So there's a lot of talk going on. This kid won't even play at Auburn next year. Won't play till the year
All right,
after.
Zach,
so.
let me take my first break, Zach. Calm down a little bit. Don't get heated up there too much.
I'm good, John.
I'm so disappointed right now. I just saw who walked in the studio. And I noticed she wasn't carrying a picnic basket
No
full
fried
of the fried chicken that my pastor has been bragging about ever since a week ago today.
I know. Every time he talks about it, it makes my mouth water. She must have the most incredible fried
We'll
chicken
talk
in the
more about that
world.
later. Can you run home right quick and cook up something? All right, we'll take a
Miss
break. We'll be right
Lauderdale's
back in
here.
just a second. Y'all, hang on. See y'all.
Local and loving.